Hey beauties, my name is Johevis from the Sephora in Brickell City Center in Miami, Florida. Today I'm going to walk you through the steps I take to create a high glam eyeshadow look. So stay locked in to learn new tips and tricks that you can add to your next eyeshadow look. I already completed my complexion and we're going to begin our look using the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Snow. With the applicator, I dab a few dots onto my eyelid and under eye area. To blend, I'm using my damp beauty blender that will ensure an even and hydrated finish. To ensure my concealer stays locked in all day, I lightly set under my eye area with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder using the Natural Bristled Sephora Collection Pro Precision Powder Brush number 59. Lightly dip your brush into the powder. Pat out any excess and press and roll onto the areas you like to set. It blurs out any imperfection like pores, fine lines, and wrinkles, and works great for all skin types and all skin tones. Now for the fun part. We're going to dress the eye using the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership 5 eyeshadow palette Bronze Seduction. First, we're going to add a base from lash line to brow bone. The first shade I'm going to be using is the Divine Glow with a golden champagne undertone, using Sephora Collection Pro All Over Shadow Brush number 12. Second, I'm using Color Entrapment, a matte tawny terracotta undertone, adding a warm transition color onto the crease, concentrating the pigment onto the outer crease, blending it in an upward read motion using Sephora Collection Pro Blending Brush number 27. Lightly pat the pigment onto the outer crease, blending it inward in patting motions and windshield wiper motions. Don't forget my go-to eyeshadow phrase, what goes up must come down. This eyeshadow technique will surely take your eye look to the next level. Using brush number 13, lightly apply the same color onto your bottom lash line. So third, I'm going to be using one of my favorite colors in the palette, Blitz Flame, a molten metallic crimson. Before applying it onto my eye, I want to show you guys the difference between wetting the shadow and applying it dry. So as you can see, by wetting the shadow, you get a higher pigment payoff. So that's what I'm going to be doing today on my eyes. So I'm going to be applying Blitz Flame onto my mobile lid using Sephora Collection Pro Packing Shadow Brush number 13. With the same brush, I'm going to build color and saturation until I'm completely satisfied with the intensity of the color. Pro tip: with a clean, fluffy blending brush, clean any harsh edges you may have by the crease. So I'm going to repeat the same step on my next eye, adding color, saturation, and building it until I'm completely satisfied. Again, with a clean fluffy brush, you can clean any harsh edges. Next, I'm going to use brush number 13 to apply the same color onto my bottom lash line to make it more cohesive. Next, I'm going to use one of the darkest shades in the palette to add depth onto the outer crease, creating a smoky-like effect. Using Extreme Aubergine, a black velvety matte tone with Sephora Collection Pro Packing Brush number 13. I will also be building and adding saturation as I go to the top and to the bottom lash line, concentrating the pigment onto the outer bottom lash line. With a clean, fluffy brush, I'm going to clean any harsh edges. Once again, I'm going to repeat the same steps on the other eye, ensuring everything is cohesive, nicely blended, and then transition is smooth. And don't be afraid of building color. The more you build color, the more beautiful and more intense the pigment will look, especially playing around with this palette. Using brush number 13, we're going to be applying Extreme Aubergine to the bottom lash line to create more intensity. Ensure that you're blending it and there are no harsh edges with brush number 27. And for our last step, using the Divine palette and brush number 13, I'm going to add a pop of glitz and glam using rose gold in the inner tear duct that will for sure make any eye pop. Next, I'm going to add dimension with the Pat McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil in Extreme Black Ultimate Black onto the top and bottom lash line, perfecting and smudging with brush number 11. I like to use a black liner to tightline and elongate the appearance of my lashes. I'm going to repeat the same steps to my bottom lash line to further complete the eye. And using brush number 11, I'm going to perfect and blend the liner into my lash line. Last but not least, to complete the eye, I'm using the Yves Saint Laurent The Shock Volumizing Mascara in Asphalt Black on only my bottom lash line, only because I use eyelash extensions. This mascara works wonders on its own because of its volumizing and lengthening properties, and it also looks great under strip-on lashes and for everyday use. For those of you who use eyelash extensions like I do, you can groom and perfect your lashes with a clean eyelash spoolie. So there you have it, guys, my high glam eyeshadow look. If you'd like to watch more videos like this one, please let us know by commenting, liking, and subscribing to our Sephora channel. Till next time!